Probably the most important trend is the drive to reduce energy consumption. Currently, office buildings consume about 40% of the world's total energy. Smart buildings offer the opportunity to reduce that fairly dramatically. We've gone from a situation whereby originally the IP network was used purely to connect our computers to our servers. We then had the advent of voice over IP, where voice moved onto the IP network, followed quite closely afterwards by the CCTV network, when the CCTV people became IP based. And we're seeing this trend continuing to such a point that we're now looking at the lighting system being controlled and indeed possibly powered over the IP network using power over Ethernet. Once we've got all of these things, all of these various infrastructures working on the IP network, we have the ability to coordinate the management of them, greatly improving the efficiency of the building as a whole, reducing energy consumption. The involvement of the IT department at the very beginning of the design phase is absolutely critical, because the IT department will now be fundamental in the delivery and transportation of multiple data systems throughout the building. The IT department must be seen as the foundation for the building operations rather than just a component within the building itself. Energy efficiency can really only occur when we can match our generating capacity in the power plants with the demand within the buildings. Intelligent building infrastructure will enable us to coordinate the energy usage within the buildings. Once we have that done, when the smart grid arrives, we will then be able to feed data back out through that so that we can match the energy demands of our business, of our building, with the capacity of the power plants, qualifying us for cheaper energy. It will enable the building operator to gain access to cheaper energy because he will be able to coordinate with the generation plant through a smart grid. Let me give you an example. Lighting systems. Currently, most of us will drive home tonight, look at lots of buildings with lights left on and nobody sitting in the building. Similarly speaking, the heating system is probably running, or the cooling system is running as well, and nobody's in the building. Smart buildings will have sensors which will enable the building management system to determine the number of people in the building, where they are in the building. It'll heat the areas where they're, or cool the areas where they're operating, turn the lights off where they're not operating, and so forth. All of this adds to the efficiency of the building and reduces the energy consumption. I think what we're going to see happening is that over the next 3 to 4 years, we're going to see continued improvement in the management systems within buildings. And the inclusion of all of those systems on one IP network is going to greatly accelerate the capabilities of that system.